Or was
No,
it okay?
no, no.
All right.
She's been calling me every day. It's okay.
All right.
And we are probably starting in a second. A second. Hello! I'm Kiersten from Lambie's Nursery.
I'm Chelsea from Pumpkin Sparkles Babies. You see my face today. Yay!
Such a
Although
beautiful
I
face.
have to show the finished one since I saw it last
Yes.
time. But ta-da!
So nice. I love it. I think it's phenomenal.
Thank you. It's done, and that's all that matters. Because I have
Yes.
a really difficult time finishing things, and
I'm so proud of you. You did so good.
yeah, it feels like over 100 hours went into something that doesn't go anywhere. And I don't know how to explain that because like when I do that with a doll, like at least it like goes out into the world, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I can sell that. It's for me, but it's
Yeah.
very odd to like know how much blood, sweat, and tears went into that. That's
Yeah.
probably like my 12th version of it.
Oh my gosh.
But actually it was my third, but I circled back after 9 and I was like, I could probably work on this one. Yeah. I have a lot of ADD issues,
That's
but
okay.
it got
I
done. So,
Yeah, I'm so
and it
proud of
submitted,
you.
and it's for the competition thing, and I have no expectations. It's just out there in the world, and that's good. So the picture of it's out in the world, but not the actual thing. That's the
Yeah.
difference. You know what I mean? So
I was telling you earlier, I think it needs a fancy frame and like in your doorway where everybody
it
can see
does.
it. Like
Yes.
even the Amazon driver needs to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. But then also like I need one of Allie because that's like mean.
That's true. That's true.
I've actually done her portrait a few times, but I've given them to her, to her Mimi. So, or I gave one to her.
Yeah.
The rest have gotten ripped up. So I'm
Oh.
filming. What? Hamilton's house. Oh, Linda. She needed to tell me that Hamilton is in House. She's watching House. Lynn,
Oh.
well, Miranda.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
amazing.
No. Say that. Okay, thank you. She's
Um,
watching House. So.
that's fair.
Mhm.
I loved that when I was like 12 so much, and I feel like that was probably too young to be watching House.
I watched that my first year out of college when
Yeah.
I was earning. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But
So,
today's episode, we do need to probably put a trigger warning here because we were talking and I was like, I just feel in my heart that we should do a video like, and I just keep having this in my head. Enough is enough. And when I told you that, you were like, well, let's get into the real life stuff.
mhm.
So today is about real life. So trigger warning for that. Both you and I have gone through a lot of trauma and a lot of stuff throughout our lives. So if
Yeah,
that's too heavy for you,
click
no
off.
problem. We're
Yeah,
doing this every week. Come
yeah,
back. We'll have more fun episodes.
yeah. I think that it's important for people to see us as real human beings that are
Yeah.
struggling too. Um, and I think when you said that, I was like, girl, like, when is enough enough? When is enough? And you're like, with dog collecting, and I'm like, well, what about just like when is enough for like toxic friendships or like
Yeah.
toxic family members? Like when do we decide that we are no longer available for this anymore?
Yeah. Boundaries. That is
Yeah,
such
but
a hard word. That
I
took me
know,
so long to learn what those even are.
right. And when people keep stepping over them, you have to go no, like no contact and like what is that? Is that a boundary or is that like a gate? Is that like vanishing? What is the difference? If I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to you anymore and they're, still talking, and then you're just like, well, I'm taking myself out of the equation.
Yeah. 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 Brain went split.
Yeah, I know it's hard. It really is hard. And I'm a lot older than you. And I just now really started to do that with a lot of things in my life. With my art, with my work schedule, with my emails, with my social media, with my friendships, with my family, I'm just starting to like realize that I can't keep everybody warm by setting myself on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
So,
And I was telling my best friend the other day, we only have little teacups. And
mhm,
when you're giving out to everybody, you're expecting yourself to be this giant pitcher of lemonade, but you're a
yeah,
teacup. You only have so much to give.
right. Right. And if you're not putting anything back into it, like taking days off, which I never knew was a thing, um, you have nothing to give. And
Yeah.
so you're just like living off like duct tape and good intentions.
Yeah. And that works for a little while, but it's not permanent and it can't be, or you run yourself to the ground.
Yeah, there's no amount of medication that can fix that.
No.
Honestly, I was talking to my therapist. I got a new therapist, by the way. Thank you for
Same.
that. And he's wonderful. And he's younger than me, which is weird, but
Yeah.
also fine because um, I think the perspective is good because it's different than like much older than me because I'm not looking for like a mom figure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like a parental figure. I'm looking for someone to be like, you know what, like what you're saying is completely valid and really okay for you to just like not be okay for a little bit because, being a parent, being, somebody who runs my own business and like really just feeling like everything is hard for me to do. And I'm just going to be really blunt about that because it's not necessarily like a depression because I've been there before, but it's a just complete like apathy. Like I just,
Yeah.
and I know that that is like a trauma response, just like
Yeah.
unable to do simple things. And I was like, I'm so embarrassed about that because I don't know what to do. Like every day I have
Yeah.
to stop myself from throwing away that little baby. Isn't that
Yeah.
terrible? Like, why would I throw it away? Why would I strip it? Why it's fine the way it is.
It's beautiful.
But it feels um what's the word I'm looking for? Uncomfortable to
Yeah.
have it up for so long. And like three people like it because I'm like, wow, I really suck.
You don't. There's so many factors,
Right.
but it's
I,
also hard to tell that emotional side of
right.
ourselves because they don't
Right.
listen to reason ever.
And, and I'm the only one in my business. Like
Yeah.
besides, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
know.
and I also feel like sometimes when I complain or not when I'm talking to you or to Amanda, it's like I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, buy my things. Like that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just like I don't have any other like sounding board in here. It's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't make me want to do anything. And even if it does sell, which I know it will eventually, it's like, I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
absolutely no I've been so happy doing the portraits and stuff. But nobody cares about that.
I
I
care.
mean, I know you care. When people expect me to make reborn dolls, that's why they follow me. That's what they want to see. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do I tell these people that the idea of making a doll makes me want to like sit in the corner and eat my hair? Like,
Yeah. I understand because I have this channel and
yeah.
people constantly expect just doll videos.
Mhm.
I'll post. It happened a couple weeks ago. I posted like 6 videos in a day, and someone was like, "When are you going to post more? I need more." And I don't know. It's this feeling of the whole wide world wants something from you, and you just have nothing left to give. It's hard.
Yeah. And it's something so simple like posting a social media post just feels like,
A lot.
and when you don't, right, and you've been consistently like, the reality is that Instagram pays me for my posts. Okay. I'm going to be real upfront about that. It starts out really, really great, but then it's harder. So I think you make like a cent off like 1,000 views. I mean, it's the same kind of idea as TikTok, right? But I don't have anything to take a picture of right now. I just have this little baby because I haven't been making dolls. And then I feel
Yeah.
really, really upset about that and embarrassed about that. And then I don't post. And then all of a sudden you're getting like two likes on something, right?
Yeah.
Because you're out of the algorithm, you
Yeah.
haven't been posting, they don't push your stuff out. And also, I'm gonna be real about this, is that because the doll is different than the other dolls that I make, it doesn't it just doesn't get pushed out the way that some of my other content does. It's very similar to when I do birthmarks, but the difference is that people are sharing it because it's so like,
Yeah.
they're sharing it like, look at this ugly baby or whatever they're saying. But um, it's interesting to me how things just get shadow banned, and it's a real thing
It
that's
is.
happening.
It is. I
And for us as creators, like, wow, cool. So what do we do? I know we've had conversations about that, and what do we do? I don't know, and I wish I had something to say to you guys, but I don't know.
I don't know either. It's
Go to
hard.
therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But but it maybe this video is about creator burnout. Maybe that's what it is.
yeah,
Because I feel like that's what we're both been
for
experiencing
sure. I
lately.
mean, yeah, I don't know how you do what you do, and I was thinking about that actually today because I'm like, I haven't really made a YouTube video in a really long time, and I probably should make a YouTube video about the doll. And then I was like, no, I don't want to. I was
That's
like,
so fair.
but if I was getting paid from that, it's a whole different thing because it's so much work. You
It
have
is. It is.
to keep up the momentum and to come up with ideas and to do it. And it's like, I don't know. And before we even got on here, we were talking about being present. And like, I haven't been present here in a long time. I've just been drawing, for 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then ripping it up, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, that's the reality. That's what I've been
Yeah.
doing, is like hating myself into drawing, which is like never ever the way to create art, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it never works out. I've had plenty of times when I've created something from a place of excitement and creativity and like discovering something new, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And I can count them on one hand, really,
Yeah.
what has happened. But Maddie, for you, was one of those times. I was so excited to paint that doll for you. I remember every minute of it.
Yeah, she's right here. I'm staring at her.
um, and I've had so many in Jack's portrait too. Like it just clicked
Yeah.
at some point, and I just did it right. But when you are focusing so hard on trying to get to the end of something, um, you will never get there. At
Yeah.
least not happy.
A watched pot never boils is what my granny used to always tell me. And that sounds stupid, but it's true. If you sit there and you watch the pot on the stove, it's never going to boil.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, and I was talking to my therapist. Like, take a shot every time I say that. Um, about my comparison to other artists, portrait artists particularly. And he's like, you are literally, and like, I would tell anybody that I'm teaching Reborn, that's insane. Don't do that. Like, why would you do that? You are your own artist. But for me, I'm putting pressure on myself to achieve somebody's like literal 100 layers of colored pencil when I'm only on my third layer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I want to see the results right now, which is why I always hate the first couple of layers of painting a reborn, because I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you know,
It feels like it's going to take years.
yes. And when I start thinking like that, like, oh, this is not going to be good enough or whatever, the negative self talk, it's like I always mess up, always. And then, like I said, I'm putting out fires, and then I
Yeah.
just end up ripping it up.
Yeah.
So I wish I could say that I knew how to get around that. I think you just have to keep pushing through it and take the break.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. That has been what has worked for me with this channel because I will propel myself into a deep, awful depression because I'm putting all that pressure on myself or I'm letting the comments get to me or both. It's usually actually both.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing that has pulled me out of it is taking a break and then during that break thinking of something fun I could actually do that brings me joy for the channel. Like we're taking a trip soon and I have videos planned out so I don't have to film, I don't have to post during this trip. And I've already come up with the video I want to do on that trip. And that's the only YouTube related thing I'm going to do on that trip is create this
This
beautiful
camping?
video. Kind of.
Okay. Do I know
Um,
about this trip? Did you tell me already?
no, no.
Okay, tell me then. I'm like, where are you going? Oh, wait, I do
To the
know.
beach. Yeah, we're going to the
I know.
beach.
I know. Yes, okay.
And we're taking the camper because it's cheaper than a hotel room.
Okay,
But we're
fine.
camping somewhere classy, so it's not really camping.
Yeah, I hate camping. I
I
don't
love
like bugs. I don't like using the bathroom outside my own bathroom. I don't like to pretend like I'm homeless and I have to like sleep on the ground. I don't like it.
yeah, I
I know
don't think
that some people have like a mattress and stuff, but that's a lot of work to set up. I'm sorry.
I
I
need
am
to give you I need to give you a tour of our camper because I
yeah,
think you have this idea that it's nothing and it's a tiny house. It's just a
seen
tiny
it.
house.
Seen it. I know. It's really cool actually. Do you have AC in there?
Yeah. You
Okay.
should see my parents. They have like a fireplace and like a kitchen island. They have reclining
In
chairs.
in the
Yeah.
that seems dangerous.
It's it's not a real fireplace. It's like an electric one,
Okay.
but it looks so pretty. And then mine looks like it's straight out of the 1950s.
Yeah, I know, but didn't you like design it that way?
I decorated it to look
Yeah,
even more like the 1950s.
like Mary Ellen's diner. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Only red. I love it. They make
Yeah.
ones the color of my sweater, like Mary Ellen's Diner, and I want that one more, but I
Yeah.
have red. It's okay.
Well, that's cool that you guys are going and doing stuff and
But my point was
yeah,
that I'm
you're
going to try to focus and be present and take an actual break. And that's the only way I've been able to keep doing YouTube is
yeah.
taking breaks where I am present and focused on anything but YouTube, anything
Yeah.
but dolls.
Yeah. I think that my problem is that I base my worthiness on my productivity and if something is selling and because I haven't created anything that's sold because purposely I've been really working on the colored pencil stuff, but like it makes me just I choose to feel less than.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to create from that space. It's just never going to happen. Like it's just not because I don't have to prove to anybody that I can sit here all day and work
Yeah.
because everybody knows that it's
Yeah.
not like I'm getting paid to sit here and
Yeah.
work for, hours on end. Um, but I think sometimes my go-to is just like beat it to death to the ground to get it to a place where I want it. And I'm always shocked when it's not
Yeah. Yeah.
happening. Right.
I, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with anything, I think if you're coming from a place of desperation,
Yeah.
I like to think of it like an X, right? And when you're like, I just want them back, or all that desperation energy and stuff, what always happens when you actually like move on with your life?
They want you back.
Uh-huh. They always like call you or text you because it's like,
Hi, stalker, by the way. Hi, Casey, my stalker.
I'm sorry.
Actually, no, I don't think I ever told you that. Nobody really knows here. Once upon a time, I was 18 years old, just joined the military, and I get a boyfriend, right? Straight out of basic training. And we dated for like 8 weeks, and I'm so in love. I'm 18 and stupid. I'm in love. And then he dumps me for some girl back home who was pregnant, and it wasn't his baby. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you? But I had all that desperate energy, was putting it out everywhere into the world because I didn't know
Yeah.
what to do. I'm 18. This is my first love, my first heartbreak.
Right.
And then a lot of life happens.
Yeah.
Fast forward, and I end up going and visiting them for a week. And this is many years later, many years later. I visit them for a week and they're still like, I want nothing to do with you. You're just friend. We're just
Hmm.
friends. But they found out about my YouTube channel because I had just started my YouTube channel.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, I had just started it like 3 months before that. So this is an old channel. Anyway, sorry. But and then I met Ethan and started talking to Ethan a week later, maybe. Ever since then, I have a little stalker. They stalk this page, stalk my TikTok, stalk my Instagram.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they're always asking me for me back, and it's been 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hi,
I
Casey.
understand. Hi, Casey. Sorry for bringing that up.
You're okay. You're okay.
But I,
I think
but
it's
that's,
funny.
but
Ethan doesn't, but I think it's hilarious.
whenever I think about it, I always think about like, don't treat this like you're a desperate ex. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need anything. Like, you're
Yeah.
fine. Because every single time, and you and I have talked about this before, I had one video go viral on Instagram years
Oh
ago, and it
yeah.
made me like a lot of money. And I was blown away by that because I didn't know that that was even possible. And I'm not bragging. This is not me going, oh my God, I'm amazing. It was a video that was
Yeah.
an accident that I
That's how it
posted thinking
goes.
it was funny. It was like 70 million views. I'm like, every single video that I put effort into,
Oh
nothing.
no, nothing. I That's my life. And it's
My
so
gosh.
frustrating.
I'm like, what is that? What is that?
I could there are some videos where I put real time planning
Mhm.
them, money, a lot of money into, and it'll take me a week to actually film it, get it all just
Yeah.
right. 30 views.
Yeah.
A video where I'm just squeezing a doll's face and just kind of being bored. 70 million
I
views.
know. I know. People, listen, when I tell people what I've done, what I do, right, for a living, and they're like, "Oh, like that lady on TikTok. Did you see her? Like that like baby?" I'm like, "Yeah, I made that baby." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "And she's my best friend." What? I'm like, "Yeah,
That's
yeah."
so
That's mind blown. And I love that. You know, even when you are in Cosmo, like those for the that's the art that I created. That's really
yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
you know? And I've had little wins and moments like that throughout 2018 when I started. And it's like when I'm feeling down about it and I do look back, I don't think I ever expected to not want to do this anymore
Yeah.
because I love it. And I think I loved it because when I'm making art and creating something, I don't feel like it's work. So
Yeah.
when it starts to feel like work, I really resent it. And I don't know how to fix that. It's hard.
That's fair. It is.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, I'm making this, but I really want to make it a gory thing or like, weird art because I love that type of stuff. But I know in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, but who is going to buy this? But that's like, I don't know how artists do that because some of them are
Yeah.
just so, I think the really successful ones, honestly, are just true to their medium. And I think I'm just a weird artist at heart. No,
But
but
there's
like,
nothing wrong with
but
that.
that's what I want to do. I don't want to make pristine angelic babies. Like I like to
Yeah.
do the scars and do like the characters and like I really like to create things that make you go, that's
And
weird.
you should go there. You should
Yeah.
follow your heart and do that because there are customers for that. Yeah. There
Yeah.
there
I
is
like that.
there's always going to be people who find it amazing. It's just
Yeah.
that's what I found on my own channel because I do have your birthmark dolls. I have
I
zombie
know.
dolls
I know.
and those are the ones that get the most hate. Yes, but
Attention.
they also get people who are just blown away in the coolest way and think they're the most awesome dolls they've ever seen.
Right.
Chase
Right.
after the people who are blown away.
I know. I know. And when I think about it, it's like I get excited and then I'm just like, I don't know what to do with that. but I can, and my husband's like, you can do anything. And I'm like, I'm so lucky that like I have somebody that's supportive like that. Like you do whatever you want. Like
Yeah.
go turn every, American Girl doll into Van's wolf bitten face. Like, it's
Yeah.
just do what you want. But it's like, I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do going forward. I don't know. Like I love the idea of alternative reborns, but it's not what I want to do. Like I wouldn't want to do like a vampire or like a werewolf. I want to do like I don't know, like
Go
put clay on them.
crazy.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
something like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Your
Because
imagination is so amazing because you like your yellow jackets.
I love them. Yeah, they make me so happy. I
Like
can't.
that one.
Yeah.
Uh, why can I not vocalize what I want to say? I see it in my head. The
Is
doll
it
you
the one
made.
that is the
Yeah.
face? Yeah, that's Van when she got the bite on her face. Yeah,
Who
that was
would have thought of that but you? And who would have made it happen but you? That's so
that was fun.
amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. I really like making characters. That's the hunt for the stuff because I think that's also like a dopamine hit when you find something that's going to be right. You're
Yeah,
hunting for it,
yeah.
then you find it and stuff. So I
And
like
there
doing.
is such a market for that. I know, especially with American Girl
Hmm.
dolls too, is people do want those characters and they're hard to make, but
Yeah,
your your imagination is magical.
thank you. Thank you for being my biggest supporter. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jack. He's actually my biggest supporter. But
He is.
well, he's the type of person. This is funny because Jack is an artist too, and we share that, and we are very real with each other when it comes to art stuff. Because he'll be like, "Yeah, those eyes, they're way too far apart." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he'll be
Aw.
like, "Do you see this here?" And like he helps me pick out things that I haven't seen before, and I think that that's good. I think
Yeah.
that's good for me. And sometimes I'm like, I don't need a critique. I just need you to say good job or something like
Yeah.
that. And sometimes they'll be like, just walk away from it. Allie too, just walk away from it. And I have a hard time
Yeah.
doing
Yeah. But
that.
it's so that breaks, even if it's just a bathroom break, are so
I
important.
know. Yeah. And I've been starting to work in 40-minute segments and then getting up and like walking for 10 minutes. And that's helped a lot. Like
Yeah, that's
having
so
a
good.
set timer because otherwise I'll just work and never get up. And then I'm like, why is my back hurting? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so there's this woman on Instagram, and I think I've sent you some of her work before, but she does clay sculptures of like she makes like eyeball necklaces and like different parts of the body into earrings and stuff. And I just think it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I really do.
Yeah.
And I should probably message her and just tell her that because I'm sure that would
That
make
would
her
make her
happy.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you guys should do that too. If you see something on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and it stopped you scrolling and you looked at it, tell the artist seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like 10 good comments. I I feel like, or maybe somebody told me, who knows? It feels like 10 good comments. It takes 10 good comments to like make your mind forget the one bad. Because that one bad will stand out.
Yeah, and that sucks, doesn't it?
It
Because
does.
when that hits, you're like, oh yeah, well, they're right.
Yeah. I got
All these other
one.
people were just being nice. That one, they see
Yeah.
me. I am a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Like,
On the other day, I got this comment. I'm looking at it right now with logic. I'm like, they are a stupid young person who is
yeah,
just being mean to be mean.
yeah.
But at the time when I first read it, I was like, it's so true. I'm the ugliest human being in the whole world. And
Kiersten.
Ethan's like, how many people a day in your comments tell you you're beautiful? And I'm like, no one. And he's like, that's not true.
That's not true. That is not true. Was this a person that called you 100 years old?
No, I'm not gonna say
Okay.
what they said, but it was very mean.
Yeah,
And of course, I took it to heart because one
of
mean
course.
comment, and I just forget anybody's ever been nice to me in my life.
I know. And I'm like, I've shut down my Instagram, I've shut down my business, like literally. I will set fire to everything. And then you're like, why did I do that? Because fight or flight, trauma
Yeah.
responses. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one moment, it does feel like no one has ever been nice to me. And it's like,
Mhm.
it's almost like I go back to middle school and everybody's bullying me.
Yep. I got a 3-star review on Macari. Old Chelsea would have quit entirely, shut it down. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And yeah, it really upset me because it was not my fault. It was their error by not reading
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
right? But I also feel like the type of person that would leave those type of comments or those reviews are not my type of people, period. I
Yes.
received the wrong doll. And I was like, 5 stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, whatever. It was their first time selling something. If I'm hell bent on making somebody else's day crap, what does that say about me?
Yeah.
I'm not a like I'm just not a nice human. I am not in a good place. I really don't think that people that go out of their way to leave nasty comments or reviews, because there's a million things that you could have done, right? Instead
Yeah.
of doing that, you could have reached out to the person and say, hey, um, this has something that I didn't see in the picture. You know what I would have done is I would have completely refunded them
Yeah.
because that's the type of seller I am.
Yeah.
But instead, I have this, like, it feels like a blemish on, a really outstanding record of being a really good seller.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. And it feels silly to complain about it, but
It's not though. I see this all the like when we're at Disneyland, you'll see the people who are just screaming at the cast members, and you can
yeah,
just see in the cast members' face they're like, "I hate this," and they won't do as much for them. But when me and
right.
Ethan have something go wrong, like I bought this stuffed animal and there's a giant hole in her back, and I just went up to them and I explained and I was super nice. They went and grabbed me a whole new one. No receipt,
Yeah.
nothing needed. No
Yeah.
fights. I don't think people understand that because they get the nasty feeling when something goes wrong and they're just like, I just have to blow up. I just have to.
Right.
I don't know what else to do with the nasty feeling.
Right.
But when you do something else, when you choose kindness, you get rewarded from it. You
It
really
changes
do.
the energy completely.
Yeah.
It really does. Because I've worked in customer service, I've worked in retail, I was a manager. And during the holiday season, I mean, I've dealt with people losing their minds over lotion. There are actual issues in the world, and you are literally screaming in my face about lotion or like a
Yeah.
top or shoes. I've worked in many different retail places, and it's like, man, just if you can be kind, be kind. Like everybody
Yeah.
is going through something. You know that
Yeah.
like you really don't know. Like you wouldn't know all the things that I've been through or that I'm dealing with right now. Same with Kiersten. We give you like a little bits and pieces, but it's like I show up as much as I can on some
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the best that I can. And I
We all
assume
are.
everybody is doing the best that they can. So if I can add a little bit of like, oh, you look really beautiful today, or I love your outfit, or whatever, that's what I try to do.
Yeah. Make the world a better place in teeny increments. It's all we can do. I
Yeah.
can't I can't change this whole world, even if I want to. But I can change someone's mood for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And you try to do that. I think that you're really sweet by trying to like answer questions and talk to people because I can't do it.
It's it's hard sometimes.
I know. I don't know why you give so much of yourself away too.
Oh, I I don't know. I think it comes down to the wanting to change
Hmm.
someone's mood for 5 minutes because maybe little by little that'll change the world.
I can see that. Yeah. I don't want to have anybody have the power to change my peace.
Yeah, and that's
So
fair.
I know that I have definitely gone into situations before where I tracked toxicity by accident. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're trying to like get it away from you and you don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Or you're in like a sticky situation. Like, I have a new everything that only certain people like know about, and that makes me
Yeah. And that I
feel
am so
better.
proud of you for that. For
Thank you.
that's a big boundary. That's a wall, but a good wall around yourself.
Yeah. It's a weird wall because
Yeah, yeah.
you're like, oh, you were like, oh, I have to update that in my doctor's office. Or like, what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like, I got a new number, and that's what I'm telling people. I mean, that's what I'm telling you guys, in case you're wondering what it is. That's a big choice to
It
make.
is. It is.
But it was a very difficult one, and hopefully we're far enough into the video that I'm sure the people that are watching this to figure it out. But I'm not sure they already figured it out. They're trying to message me and whatever, and that's not going through. But sometimes that's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
And if I would tell you that, and if I would tell my children that, or anything, sometimes you just have to be like, enough is enough. And that's
Yeah.
how we started this. And that's
Yeah.
how I felt. It wasn't a rash decision. It wasn't one that I did out of impulse or anger or like fight or flight, which is what I was worried about, because that's sometimes like, I wanted to figure out a way to get out of having Allie. Like I was in labor and I was like, how do I get out of this? Can I
Yeah.
just go home? Literally, that's insane.
I think that's perfectly normal when you're in that much pain.
Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I did, and I always like have to know what the exit is. I always have to drive, have a way home. Like, but that's because I don't like feeling trapped.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
valid.
was feeling in those relationships that I was being trapped and
Yeah.
taken advantage of, and like bullied into like being nice. Like, what is that? Right? Like, what is that?
I understand it. I've been
Yeah.
there.
So,
And I'm so proud of you because that is that was so brave to change your phone number to make those boundaries and so freeing. And I just cannot wait for in a few months when we talk about this again and you're just going to be, I don't know, grow bigger and better.
yeah, because it's weird at first, for sure. Like, because you're like, did I make the right decision? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to be 42 years old in September, and I'm not a teenager anymore, and I don't need to fall into those old roles that we sometimes put ourselves in when we're
Yeah.
around people.
Yeah.
Um, because I know that people will remember you when, like, they view you as when you were the most like malleable to them, like,
Yeah.
and we kind of just fall back into those old roles, right?
Yeah.
And
And that's why when you grow, you'll see so much pushback because people don't want that.
right, they just want like nostalgia, and like, it's like when people like go to family reunions, what are you doing? I know that some people have like really great families, and that's awesome. That is not
Yeah.
that's not my story. Um, and you just all kind of just fall back to like, talking over one another, or like putting each other down, or,
Yeah.
it's like, and that's a lot on your piece. Like, it
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah. It's not great.
No, it's not. And it's hard to stand up for yourself. But sometimes you just have to do that, you know? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you should always stand up for yourself. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. You should always do that,
You should, but
because
it's hard.
I know, I know. Because I feel like I should have said a lot of things before I bounced, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Um, but I also,
You have to bounce in whatever way is safest for you.
yeah,
I just helped a friend get out of a really bad marriage,
Hmm.
And there are so many ways, so many people. If she had put her story on Reddit, I'm sure there's so many people who've been like, you should scream in his face, write a lipstick letter on the mirror before you
Right.
go. And we didn't do any of that. We got her out of there quietly and safely
Yeah.
because that was the best for her.
Yeah. Because
Each,
sometimes no answer is an answer. Like
yeah,
that's, yeah. Yeah.
each, each person's leaving story is different, and that's okay.
Yeah. It is. You're right. You're absolutely right. So, just reminding myself that, that, I am safe and you are safe. And that's not easy to feel a lot of the times, especially when you're feeling like chaotic and
Yeah.
just not knowing what to do next,
Um,
and don't you have the tattoo like do the
yeah,
next right thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
from
And
Frozen.
I often say that to myself, and because I remember you saying that to me. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Kiersten, we've probably talked about it before, but Kiersten helped me through probably one of the worst breakdowns I've ever had in my life. We were not really close friends yet. Like we just had started talking, and I explained to her what had happened. And it wasn't even just like the perspective that you gave me, but like I said, I have a migraine. You're like, that's because you've been crying so much. You need to go drink some water. You need to like really hydrate. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's something that I can do. I can get out of bed and I can go drink water. I know that it sounds silly, but at that time I was paralyzed. I didn't know what to do,
Yeah, but
you know, and you didn't know me really, but you knew that what I had gone through was absolutely re-traumatizing. And
um,
um,
and
yeah,
sometimes the little things help.
yeah, and I did feel better. I drank a lot of water and I, got some sleep and I felt better. And, but that was really helpful. I just remember that just like you like kind of just stopped what you were doing too and just like helped me. And yeah, I remember it was a big thing for me because I was just always used to taking care of everybody else. I didn't really have friends at that time that would give
Yeah.
me anything, and from basically a stranger. I mean, we just started talking. I really appreciated that. So,
I think that's why we're so close. We're both the mom friends.
our, do you remember when I was going to take care of you and then you had to take care of me? That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, before I came to your house, you were like asking Ethan, like, what kind
I
of
just,
food does she eat? How often
I
does she go to
know.
the bathroom?
Oh, stop it. I wanted you to feel safe. I wanted you to feel safe. And then yeah, then I went for a run.
Yeah.
Fun. But I was like, just wanted you to have a good experience and like learn how to paint. And I know how exciting. I mean, it was like you literally decided to like fly across the country like day before.
Yeah.
And
That's me in a nutshell.
and I was in so much pain, and I didn't want to like for some reason like show that. And I was like, I can't sit out here with you. I'm sorry, I'm dying. And you were so gracious, and we moved to the other room, and it was
Yeah.
just really good. It was, yeah, it was nice. And I was, yeah,
I just wanted you to feel better. Even
I
if you told
know.
me get out of the house, go find a hotel, I would have.
It took me literally 9 months. 9 months. That's how long it took for that
Yeah,
stupid ankle to heal. That was crazy.
I know. My
Oh,
ankle, if I try to run now, because I broke my ankle in 2017, it'll still hurt. Ankles
oh
are
yeah.
stupid and weak.
And running in the dark for some reason I thought was a good idea. And on the curb, it literally went from here all the way over and then all the way back.
Hmm.
And I fell, and then almost vomited and then crawled home. And I couldn't figure out why my arms were hurting.
No, gosh.
It took me like 20 minutes to like go up the sidewalk, but that was crazy. And then I was so concerned about you because I had to go to the ER, but you were also sleeping because
Oh,
you
I
were,
was so tired.
I
I hadn't
know.
slept for like
I
48
know.
hours.
Oh, that's going to be a good story forever. So when you come visit again or I come visit you, we'll just make sure that there's no
No one can go
exercising out
running. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the
No
house.
one can go running.
Nope. Nope.
I'll buy a
Yeah.
wheelchair off Facebook Marketplace and keep it in the garage just in
Got it.
case.
Perfect. Yes. I just have kind of realized that like I don't want to have a hip replacement yet. And I'm good with just like stretching and like just walking. I don't need to run. I'm not proving
Yeah.
anything to anybody.
Yeah. The moment I got out of the military, I was like, I'm not running again unless I'm being chased.
Yeah. I remember you stressing out about your PT or was it
Yeah.
your fitness test that you had to do?
Yeah. We call them a PT test, and they are super strict, and they're getting stricter now that I'm out, which sucks for Ethan. But yeah, I had to run a mile and a half in under like 16 minutes, which sounds like a long time until you're doing it.
Well, yeah. Because I mean, if
Um,
I'm like busting my butt, I can probably do like 11-minute mile. That's 1 mile. That's not 1.5 miles. You didn't forget about the half part when you're
yeah,
exhausted.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't sprint in the beginning. You have to plan the mile and a half out
Yeah.
more than you do the mile. And
Yeah.
you have to do a certain amount of push-ups in a minute. You have to do a certain amount of sit-ups in a minute. And then they would take a measurement to your waist, and you could fail due to your size. And that would stress me out the most because some people are dumb and don't know like how women's bodies are a little bit different. And they
Yeah.
would measure by my butt, which is bigger than my waist.
That seems stupid.
Uh-huh. I would
Okay.
get so mad. But
Yeah,
that's just a little tangent.
that's a lot of pressure.
Oh
I would
gosh.
not
And
like
if you
that.
failed, you're out of a job.
That's crazy. Oh,
And
that's stressful even thinking about it.
they don't back when I was new in the military, they didn't let you pick what day you were going to do it yourself. So I've had to do it on my period before where I'm just like, I hate everything. And the point is to get a 75 or higher. But if you got a 90 or above, you got a day off and you were super special and cool. I remember the time I did it on my period, I got an 89.5. And my supervisor's screaming at me and is like, you should have just ran just a little bit faster. And I'm like, that was my everything. I
Right?
gave my everything. And
That's
I didn't
crazy.
fail.
Right. No, you didn't. That's crazy. What is happening? We should probably wrap this up. How
That's
long have we
fair.
been
That's fair.
going? How long have
Who
we been going?
knows? A
Oh,
while.
okay. Question for you before you end it.
Mhm.
We do need to figure out a different strategy for it. Do you think that this is just my thought, and I know that you don't like to film on weekends, but do you think that maybe going forward we should film like Saturday night or Sunday morning or something like that and then post it? Because do you think I don't know if that's what's going on.
It's not, now that I'm putting them as private,
Hmm.
it shows whenever I have it scheduled, that's when it shows it as available. So at 11:01 on a
Okay.
Sunday, it'll say 1 minute
Okay.
ago.
Okay, because I was looking at one and it said that it was streamed 3 days ago. But that must have been I don't know, just double check it because
Yeah.
I don't know if
Because I've only just started it with the last one.
yeah.
So all the other ones are messed up.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so I will see you next weekend. Have fun on your trip
Oh, I'm not going on my trip till I leave for my trip on the 20th.
of July.
Yes. So you still got me all
So
next
I'll
week.
say that to you next week.
Yes.
Yes, okay, cool. Well, thanks for talking, and I hope you guys like this. I know that it was different, but
Yeah.
it feels good to kind of like talk through some stuff. And if you guys, resonate with any of it, I mean, definitely let us know
Yeah.
because,
And it feels nice to be a real person for once.
yeah.
But anyways, let me